What's up, guys? It's me, TK, back with another video. Today we're going to talk real quick about some of the more mental things that kind of screw us up when it comes to trying to lose weight or just get in better shape. So let's go. Okay, if you don't know me, my name's TK. I'm a certified nutrition coach. I've lost myself 120 pounds, about half of it with Weight Watchers, the other half doing ketogenic and intermittent fasting. Today, I'm not gonna push my own things like that. Today we're just gonna talk about common behaviors that kind of trip us up or maybe stall us or cause a plateau in our overall fitness and weight loss goals. All right, let's go. First thing, and probably one of the most common things you see, is people obsess over the scale. I fell victim to it myself, where every day I'd wake up and I'd weigh in, and it creates a big headache because it's you weigh in and it's well, how did I gain 4 pounds? What the hell did I do? And it's oh no, because a lot of times it's water or food or some other stuff which I don't want to talk about on here. But if you track it every day like that and you go crazy, you're gonna end up tripping yourself up and just make the whole process miserable or steer yourself in the wrong direction. It's just not a good way to go. Personally, in my opinion, I recommend just weighing in once a week at the same time every week. Even wear the same outfit. That you want to be consistent and make sure that what you're weighing is based on fat loss or muscle gain or things like that, as opposed to just oh, I had extra change in my pockets, or oh man, I had a big meal the night before, or things like that. So consistency is key, and don't get wrapped up in the numbers per se. All right, now the next thing that I see a lot of people do, and again, myself included, did this for a long time, was you grossly overestimate the amount of calories you burn at the gym. I fell victim to this for a long time, where I would go to the gym lifting weights and on the treadmill and things like that. A very mediocre workout. Max burning maybe 250, 300 calories, which is a modest workout. But using that workout to justify going home and eating a 1400 calorie snack. I can't even say it was a meal, because I still had my regular meals, but that was my oh, I had a good workout, I really worked through that big chest day, so I'm gonna go home and eat an entire box of Velveeta shells and cheese, because no reason. And that was why for years not only was I not losing weight, I was actually gaining weight. But it actually messed me up even more because it was done in the guise of me thinking that it's swole and things like that. It's I wasn't swole, I was just fat. So now that we talked about it here, I think the best thing you can do is look at your workouts with a new perspective and realize that, you know what, you might not be getting as big of a workout as you think you are, or burning as many calories. And another big thing with that is also your body is very quick to adapt to things. If you do the same kind of exercise pretty much every day, you get much better at doing it. So where traditionally when you first started going on the treadmill and running and you'd be oh man, I'm this is kicking my butt. Fast forward 3 weeks and the next thing you know, it's kind of easy. Well, it's kind of easy on your metabolism also. So you have to constantly change it up. That's what cross training is. I can go into that a whole other video. That could be a whole series of videos and things like that. But you know what? I probably will get to one day. But for now, we're going to keep it simple. Okay, we kind of touched on it in the last thing a little bit. I feel it needs its own topic altogether. Is something that I was a big culprit of doing myself. And I call it food bargaining, which is where, oh, I had a good workout, or I had a great day, or I had a bad day. And I use that to justify having bad foods, and we all do it. I feel that's a big reason why a lot of us got to the place we were in, where if you allow food to have an emotional kind of thing, whether it be a crutch or a bomb or whatever you want to call it, it's going to be a big hurdle in your weight loss. One of the big things I recommend you do is try to distance yourself emotionally from food. Now, I mean, it's okay to enjoy food. I'm not saying food is only fuel, things like that. No, because that's, no one wants to live like that. But if you do have a good day, don't think that means you can go out and celebrate with, a giant 5-course dinner for everything. I mean, yeah, for your birthday, sure, have a piece of cake. That's fine, you know. I'm not telling you can't have anything, but at the same time, you gotta pick and choose your reasons. And if you know something is coming up, like if you are having like a birthday or some type of celebration, use the next week to kind of like adjust what you're taking in. Okay, so let's say you're on like a caloric deficit where you're trying to take off like 300 to 500 calories a day. Maybe for the like 2 or 3 days before, you take off like 700 calories, and the day after another 700 calories, because you know on that day you're gonna have an extra 500 calories or so. So you can make ways to like kind of adapt to things and not, you know, let one bad day completely ruin your entire week or month. And trust me, it's very easy for one bad day to like completely just throw everything off. Now the last thing I want to talk about in this video, at least, and this is a big one, because like trust me guys, this no one really talks about it that much, but like I'm telling you, it really was a big hurdle for me, and that is not varying your diet and not adapting as you go along in the process. So what helped you lose your first 20 pounds is most likely not going to help you lose your last 20 pounds. Now, like a big part of that is like let's say cutting out something helps you like really lose weight in the beginning, and you've been doing it and you're losing weight pretty consistently, and the next thing you know, like a couple months in, you plateau, you're not losing weight anymore. The problem with that is because of your metabolism adjusts to what you're taking in. That's a whole other video itself. It's going to be is in terms of like how the metabolism adjusts and things like that. It's like the basal metabolism, BMR. That could be its own volume. I do strongly recommend keeping track of what you do eat and things like that. Hold yourself accountable to things. It's okay to enjoy things and have every now and then splurge on something, but adjust for it. And in terms of like if you are going to have a bad day or a big day or however you want to think of it, because it's okay to have days where you go a little wild, you know, curtail it back a little bit and a few days before or after, however you want to do it. That's fine, but definitely keep track of things. And you want to always adapt on what you're eating in terms of if you eat the same stuff every day, your body will get used to that. And next thing you know, you find that your body gets good at running on that. And you'll find yourself in a whole bunch of problems, whether it be like you plateau in weight loss, or you can even start having digestive problems and things like that because of like gut bacteria, which are good. We need those, but the problem is if you don't vary your diet, you only allow certain things to grow well, and that can cause like an imbalance in your system. And trust me, it's not good. You don't want that. An easy thing I'd recommend for that whole thing when it comes to varying is try new recipes, things like that. Even if you are like a picky eater, you can find things that like even like a subtle thing can be a big change. Like for instance, like this is like it's like the wonder food lately, but like cauliflower. You know, if you've been having lots of like potato-based things and you're finding that's not really helping you anymore, maybe switch to trying like a cauliflower alternative. Like you can have like that cauliflower rice or mashed cauliflower, things like that. Another big one is like zucchini. I recommend like they call them zoodles, which is instead of having like pasta. If you can find me a recipe where you can lose weight while still eating pasta, I'm signing up like now, right now. But who knows? Oh, and spare me that holy pasta garbage. I don't want any of that. Alright guys, I think that's just going to cover my video for today. Be sure to let me know what you think. Leave in the comments below. If anything you like, suggest new videos, or if you wanted to add something to this, by all means, I'd love to hear from you. I try to respond to everybody. Also, be sure to hit like and subscribe. I think I'm getting something over there. But yeah, please guys, this helps a lot. And I'll have some more videos for you guys soon. Talk to you soon.